Hello and welcome to Model Maker Dave's workshop for obvious reasons. I'm Dave, so hello. This is a new channel, it's very new to me. Never ever thought that I would be videoing some of my work, let alone posting it up on YouTube for everybody to see. So please bear with me while I find my feet in this video world. What is my channel about? It's about making models, as simple as that. I'm not I haven't specialized in any particular one genre. I like to have a go at all things model making if I can, although there are a couple of areas that I do very much enjoy. But what we have on the turntable are two Matchbox kits, and when I was a kid, genuinely I loved building these things because they were a step up from Airfix. Airfix was good. Matchbox was a bit better in that you got a small base diorama, dare I say, a vignette to display whatever it was that you had just spent hours putting together, or had just taken off of your bedroom floor carpet from whatever World War II battle you were reenacting, and I did many of those. I know, I'm sad. But this time round, being a tad more grown up, maybe, I've built these and I've enjoyed building them as much now as I did back then. This time with a bit more patience and not trying to rush and get it done as quickly as possible to get it into action on the next World War II battle that I was planning to do. This time, with a little bit of thought and a little bit of care, I've put a commander figure in the top of the turret to give the tank, to give the Panzer a bit more life, a little bit something extra to look at. Maybe tells a bit more of a story. Moving round, again, another lovely little Matchbox kit. I've made some extra bricks by using this thermoplastic to make the casts. I cut the bricks off the top here, use those as the mould models for these, and just made loads of milliput and just spent hours making more bricks. The next thing now for these bricks is to be beaten up, dinked, dented, have the corners knocked off to give the impression that they have tumbled or fallen down from a great height and landed on each other. I will also put some rubble dusting on as well to give it that even more dirtier look. And just something very simple, but can change the whole view of a display or diorama, vignette, refer to it as you wish. For the half track itself, my plan is to get some figures to go in here, maybe two, maybe three, sitting down as servicemen would have done. Even then, would have been laughing and joking and taking a rise out of each other. Maybe put some supplies in there. Not really sure what's available, so I need to have a look on Tinterweb and see what I can find. The other thing that I have done on this is to take some copper wire out of some Cat5 cable or modem cable, it doesn't really matter which, twist it together and made a tow cable. Put some oily steel paint on it, put some pigment on there to give it some rusty, dirty, filthy, used, abused, neglected look, which is the whole thing that I'm about, is to try and do things a little bit different, make them a little bit more individual, make them a little bit more individualistic, to give it something extra to look at, which is what I want to try and encourage you guys to do when you do your models. It doesn't matter what scale they are, it doesn't matter whether they're military or civilian. It's just to try and do some things a little bit differently, to bring out a little bit more of an extra something to look at that you've maybe scratch built. As for the motorcycle and sidecar, plans for this at this moment in time are unknown. I don't quite know where I'm going to go with this. I don't know. I'm still at the thinking stage. There's something there, but I don't know what yet. But I'm sure you will find out as I do the videos, and you will see what comes along. My next thing that I am going to do, and not only being out of my comfort zone for doing all of these videos, is I'm going to do one of these. I'm going to build a motorbike. Something that I've never done. My interest in motorbikes themselves is very little. One motorbike looks pretty much the same as the next motorbike, which is, it's got two wheels, it's got an engine, it's got a saddle. More often than not, it's got a suicide pilot on it. Yeah, well done, Dave. You just upset the biker. Well, clever one, that. Well done. But something that I have fallen into and genuinely do enjoy doing is figure painting. I looked at some photos of some dioramas with figures on and thought to myself, how difficult can it be to paint a figure? Yeah, little did I know about highlights and lowlights and shadows and blending. Yeah. So I kind of not necessarily followed that line, but I do it slightly differently, I suppose. I do the highlights. I use some washes to create the shadows in the folds of the clothing. And to be fair, they don't look bad. These are ones that are very much work in progress. They will be on the bench for some considerable time, as you can see by these guys over here. I haven't finished them yet. I'm not 100% happy with them. They are getting there, slowly but surely. It's going to be, if you like, a tribute to the few, to the guys that really did do something a little bit special up there. I certainly wouldn't have done it. I don't think I've got the bottle to strap myself into a Hurricane or a Spitfire and go up and do what they did. So an awful lot of respect to those guys. So I hope you will join me on the channel. I hope that I can encourage you to do things a little bit differently. Doesn't have to be anything major. Just adding a figure or adding some cable for a tow cable or some rope, maybe some extra bricks, maybe a little bit of scratch building, a little bit of extra detailing here and there. As I said, it doesn't have to be much, but just enough to make that little bit of a difference. So for now, I will sign off and I will say I will see you in the next one.